It is currently the 22nd of February, and I am in my new car. Well, it's a used car, but it's my new car. Let's cut to the edit first. Let's show you the car. I was trying to film the parts for the edit, but someone pulled up and they're learning how to drive, so out of courtesy, I don't want to record them. So I'm gonna just talk about the inside of the car first. I wanted to make this right now because I'm really excited to have it. I bought this car on the 14th of February this year on Valentine's Day. So this is my Valentine's, who will hopefully stay with me for quite a while. But yeah, this is just kind of the excitement that I have from getting the car. And I just kind of want to show it to you and kind of talk through what I'm going to do to maintain it. Oh, that's a really cool car driving by. But yeah, for the most part, that's what I want to talk about, and that's what this video will be about. So yeah, there's a lot of things in this car that I like. It's got pretty much everything I wanted in the car, apart from one thing. My car is automatic. I would have preferred a manual. I've driven a manual so far, so actually when I was looking at cars and most of the options were automatic, I was kind of like, I'll have to learn how to drive an automatic. Now obviously they're easier, so it wasn't very hard, but it's just that you have to get used to it. And I think now it's been a week since I bought it, and I'm pretty used to it, so driving the automatic is fine. I know people who drive automatic will probably never go back to manual, and I'm probably going to be the same, because I tried driving in another car that was manual the other day. I literally had to move it up like a meter and I feel like I was losing it already, so I'll probably get very used to this. I don't want to forget how to drive a manual, so I might keep practicing on the other cars that are manual. But yeah, it's automatic. It's not like it's not a deal breaker for me. I think the fact that it's automatic makes it different, but it makes it easy. It makes my drive easy, especially if I have to stop through traffic. I have a reason for buying the car, and it kind of suits the reason. So although it wasn't what I wanted, it's not a deal breaker for me, so that's why the automatic is fine. And it's got a handbrake, it's got a handbrake, which a lot of new cars have that like push button brake, which is really annoying. But it's also fine. Oh, one thing I found really cool is, so if you go to your passenger side thing and you see like I have tissues in here, they have let this focus for a second. They have a CD player. Like, they have the screen, but they also have a CD player, and you can play it through I think it's media, maybe one of them. You can play it through one of them, right? You can put in a CD, and they have this other thing over here, which is, I don't know what it is. It says card. I'm wondering if it's a card reader, but they have that too. So I thought that was really neat. As you've probably seen, it's a Volkswagen Polo. It's got a screen. One of the first things I really wanted was a screen. Obviously, every modern car comes with a screen, so this was a kind of a non-negotiable. We got our dual climate control. That's all handy stuff. I don't really care too much about it. A convenient thing on the top, it has this, which I really enjoyed when I found out that you can put your sunglasses in there. I found that really interesting. One thing I really like about these is that it lights up when you have the thing opened. It's kind of more for like girls when they're doing their makeup, but anyways, it's still nice to have. It's got plenty of lights in here. A really cool thing in the back here, I don't know if I'll be able to show it, there are charging ports for the people who are in the back. And also, the back windows are tinted. I don't know if you can see the difference. I might show from the outside of the car. Okay, now, as you can see, as I was saying, the rear windows are tinted. It's very hard to show here, but you can see the difference, right? So, yeah, the rear windows are tinted, and yeah, I mean, the boot space is nice. I just open it up, and it's pretty nice. I have no problems. It's 1 liter. It's pretty, like, it doesn't use a lot of fuel. It's small. I really wanted a small car because it's just annoying when you're in cramped roads and tight spaces and parking. I just wanted a small car. I don't need to fit a whole family in here, so for me that doesn't take priority. So having the small car was what I wanted. And this has pretty much everything. And one really cool feature that I didn't show you yet is pretty simple, but I'm happy to have it, so let's go to that. Simple feature I wanted to show you was this. When I lock the car, it closes. It's just this. It's just this. It's like a simple ass thing. Oh, peep the view, by the way. Yeah, it's very simple. A lot of the stuff in this car is very simple, I guess, for like a newer car. So I'm glad that it has it, and I'm just excited, even though they're not like the most groundbreaking changes in a car. I'm just happy to have them. Yeah, in terms of maintaining it, it's a bit different when it comes to driving an automatic car. And actually, I don't want to talk about it while I'm outside because you're going to hear all the traffic outside. You know, there's a road down there. So I'm going to go back into the car and then, yeah, we'll talk about it. Oh, it's so much warmer in here. Okay, I found out a lot of these features after I bought the car, so I was pleasantly surprised, but that was very bad buyer practice. So don't do what I did. Inspect the car fully before you buy it. I have no problems with any of it. In fact, there were pleasant surprises, but you don't want to get unpleasant surprises. I don't know why that took so long to think about. Yeah, in terms of maintaining it, I actually did a lot of research into cars when I was looking to buy it. And now that I have one, over the last week, I've been doing a lot of research in how I want to maintain the car. And yeah, maintaining an automatic car is much different to maintaining a manual car, because you have to be aware of the transmission, and just driving it is different as well. Like in a manual, you can change gears and you can slam on the acceleration and it doesn't do that much damage. Like it does comparably, I feel like, less damage to the car. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but on this, I feel like if I accelerate way too fast, the car has trouble and it just puts pressure on the transmission. Whereas like a human can do it better, basically. Yeah, driving it is kind of different. You can't change from reverse into drive or drive into reverse while the car is moving. You have to make sure it stops fully. There are ways to maintain it, from like obviously having the oil changes, the transmission changes, transmission fluid changes, getting it serviced regularly. Also, it's just good practice to have your car serviced regularly and updated and all the fluids reinstalled and whatnot. But there's a lot more that you can do with an automatic in terms of driving it properly. So I've already mentioned the first one, which is not accelerating too fast. It's not really too fast, but just being gentle with it, like not just firing out as you can. The second is being aware of any pressure that you put onto the transmission. Don't switch gears while the car is not fully stopped. You don't really use the neutral gear, which I honestly didn't know until here. I asked when I was test driving it, I was like, when do you use the neutral gear? And it was like, just when you're pushing the car physically. But so yeah, the parking brake, it seems very intuitive to just put it in the parking brake and leave it. It is important to have your handbrake on, I would say, all the time, and I did that anyways with the manual. I don't know, maybe it's just because people drive differently in America or wherever, that there were videos online saying that people don't use their handbrake, and I thought that was like who wouldn't? But yeah, like I would put in my handbrake anyways on a manual, so I don't know why I wouldn't put it in on an automatic. So yeah, so basically the parking brake has this little parking pawl, and this parking pawl is what keeps the car in brake, basically, in the parking brake, and it keeps it stopped. But that is a small piece of thing to hold the whole weight of the car, so having your handbrake is very important. So what I do usually when I drive my car is, when I'm stopping it, I'll stop it fully and I'll keep my foot on the brake, I'll pull up the handbrake, and then I'll let go of the brake in parking gear, and hopefully that way the weight goes onto the handbrake rather than the parking brake, or the parking pawl, as I said. Yeah, and then getting it serviced regularly. I live in Ireland. It's somewhat cold in a way, like not right now. Today is actually like one of the best days we've had all year so far, it's February, so beware. But a lot of times it is cold, and sometimes it can get very icy and snowy, and then obviously starting up the car and letting it run a little so that the engine fuel and the engine oil and your fuel and especially in automatics, the transmission fluid, that they all warm up and they get kind of like that they're not frozen or like lumpy because it's cold. So it's important to start up your car and let it run a little before you drive off. And a lot of people said that on YouTube when I was researching it, but they never said how long. How long does it take for it to be like warm, for it to go? And the thing that I'm using right now is in the car they have a sort of the engine temperature dial, and once that slightly goes up, then I usually think it's okay to drive off because the engine is heating up. Now I don't do that all the time. I feel like I give it, like, I think one person said just 30 seconds or so. So I kind of like, what I do is when I get into the car, I'll turn on the car, I'll put on my belt, I'll whip out my phone, make my playlist for the next few songs. Usually if it's a small drive, you can just pick a few songs, put them into a queue, and then by the time you're done that, your car is ready to go. This might not be the best practice, and please do leave a comment down if it isn't. Apart from that, it's a lovely car. I love it. I have no troubles right now. The only thing I've noticed so far is driving an automatic feels a little awkward, or at least it definitely did at the start. Now I'm used to it, so it feels less awkward, but there's just sometimes where I notice that the car is changing gears. And it's only sometimes, but when I notice it, it feels weird because it's like, I would have done that better. And another thing about, I guess, automatics is they're not humans. Humans can probably do it better, but the machines can't read that there's a hill coming up. So if I'm driving up a hill, I know that I'm gonna have to put my gear in lower at the bottom of the hill. Whereas with an automatic, you're gonna get up like to the middle of the hill. Now the car will never stall, and that's the good thing about automatics. You're never gonna stall because the car will keep going. But when you're going up the hill, the car will realize it's in a gear too high, and then it'll change down gear, and then everything's fine. But it's just that it notices when you're like halfway up the hill, and it just feels awkward because it's like, I would have done that way sooner, and I would have done it better because I'm better than a machine. But that's my only comment on automatic. Otherwise, driving it is pretty fine. Driving a Volkswagen is handy dandy. This has the auto stop start, which I know a lot of people find annoying. I like it for when I'm in the city. I know it's not as great in automatics because anytime I press the brake and I stop, it just turns off, and that can be annoying. So most people turn it off all the time. I'm probably going to start turning it off all the time when I'm going for bigger drives, but for now I like the gimmicky part of it. So once I'm bored of the gimmick, I'll probably stop it. I don't really want to give you a review of the car. I just chose it for like the reasons that I said. It's small, it doesn't take up too much fuel, it serves the purpose that I want, and it's got plenty of space. Like, from the outside it doesn't look like a very big car, but in the inside it feels like there's so much space around. Like, I feel like you can easily fit 5 people in here, and at the front I feel like I have so much space. So yeah, like, for a car that's small and it feels spacious inside, yeah, pretty happy. I honestly can't complain. And yeah, it serves all my purposes, so that's why I have it, and I just really like the look of it. Apart from that, everything inside the car I feel like I've talked about. The one thing I really liked, because I want to bring my friends in this car with me, is the 2 ports at the back, because I feel like that's such an important thing. Even though it's not that important, like, if they can't charge their phone, it's not going to be the end of the world, but just having that option makes me feel so much more nice. And also, one thing that I really did kind of want is this armrest here that I can put stuff into and like just rest my arm on, because it makes your driving comfortable. I had it in another car and I felt like, wow, I feel like I can just chill. And since it's an automatic and I don't have to use my arm as much, it's nice to have the armrest. I'm excited to be driving this. I'm excited to hopefully maintain it well. I imagine that probably some of what I've said is wrong and I'm telling you bad advice. I am not a mechanic or a car dealer or anyone who knows anything at all about cars. I just did my research when I was buying my car, and it might not be the best research. So don't take anything I've said in this video as gospel, and do your own research. But hopefully this can help you with like giving you an idea on things to think about when you're getting a car, or even like questions that come up that you don't really think of. So there you have it. Here is my car. I'm just excited to share this with you. I probably won't be as excited when I'm actually editing this video and sharing it, but I wanted to capture my excitement with this car and I wanted to share it.